Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm Norman, also known as King Julian. For those of you who are new viewers and new subscribers, just wanted to introduce myself real fast. So, we got a quick little update. I was going to do the paint fix tonight. I just got through driving. I've got 60 miles to go to meet my escort to get through Oklahoma tomorrow. And I am beat, wore out, tired. I didn't ever think that a high winds, rain, and just climbing hills with a 100-foot boom crane would ever just completely wipe me out, but it has. But while I was driving down the road, I got to thinking about some stuff. One, I want to get back on the display piece, diorama, whatever you want to call it, but we'll be working on that too. I want to get back on the tank car and get that built. But something came about. Let me get y'all up here. So, what I got going on here is I have these two Pennsylvania o27 baggage cars that were, or shall we say, mislabeled on eBay. The seller listed them as O scale, not O gauge O27, or O gauge or O27. He did not list it either way. He listed it as O scale. Probably didn't know the difference. Now, on both of these cars right here, I am asking to sell them for $10 a piece, which is exactly what I paid for them. And whatever the shipping is going to be to your location. Depends, I know how much it cost me to ship them when I got them both, which I'd bid on both of them. And I figured, well, if I didn't get one, I'd get the other. So this is how I wound up with both of them from the same seller. They're nice cars. I do have the coupler for this end. I got to put a bolt back in it. They're nice cars. They're o27. They are original MPC era. I will be honest when I say I do not want to cut them up. I really and truly do not. Because they are nice cars. But if they do not sell in the next 2 weeks, and nobody offers me anything on them at all, then I'm going to cut them up. Why do you ask them to cut them up, and how? Let me show you. So, these are scale MTH Pullman cars. I absolutely love these Pullman cars. I'm not going to touch those. I'm not going to repaint them. But these are short. Okay? They're out of scale. They're out of what the rest of my models are. My model trains are. They are a ½ inch shorter than these or my scale box cars. Now this is also roughly about 1/4 to a ½ inch different than these. So, again, this is where we come into kit bashing. If they do not sell, then yes, they're going to get kit bashed. Do I want to kit bash them? No, because they're original MPC, and I do not want to be ridiculed by the True Line L people. However, as we all know, kit bashing has been a part of this hobby for many, many years. Let me turn this car around right here, and I will show you what I'm talking about. Come on. Disconnect. Thank you. All right. So, okay. So, here's my thought if they don't sell the next 2 weeks. If these do not sell, I have the ability to pretty much modify. and bring them into scale to an extent. What I would have to do, cut right here along this edge, scoot these two parts together, use this piece here, again with another cut, and on this piece make another cut, extend it out, and move the wheels. Along with having to make additional cuts, remake a whole new roof, no big deal, raise the body about, what did I say, a quarter to a half. Yeah, let's just kind of take it to the line right here. We're looking at, what are we looking at right there? I'm going blind in one eye and can't see out of the other. What would you say? Oh, that 2 inch? What would you say that body line's 2 1/4? This one's right at 2. So they would have to be raised at least a quarter to a half inch. Is it doable? Yes, it is very doable. This is an old school modeler's trick from way back, that where people used to modify a lot of their train cars. So this is completely different. Do I want to cut them up? No. I am begging y'all, please buy them because I really don't want to cut them up. I will cut them up if I have to get what I'm looking for. I would prefer not, because it would almost make the perfect kinky Shero passenger car, minus out the wheels and a few undercarriage bodies. But we could go with more of a twist on it, okay? And if you don't know who Kinky Shero is, look them up under the F&M and NDM, because NDM, F&M, and FCP out of Mexico ran them. Is a Japanese-built rail car. They had some problems with them, but they adapted and overcame. The wheels are a little bit different, though. I don't think anybody has any Japanese O-scale wheel sets, do they? If you do, let me know. I might be interested in building a couple of these cars. But, going back to what I was saying, I don't want to cut them up. I'd much rather go from scratch and build one from the ground up than cut one up. The original plan was, when both these came in, because I was expecting O-scale, was to buy an O-scale parts caboose, and I was going to turn one into a modern day drover's caboose. There's a backstory behind that. If we ever get one that I can do that with, y'all will know. Like I said, I just rather prefer somebody buy them than not. I mean, it makes much more sense. All I'm asking is my money back on them. If not, then they're fixing to get cut up. I'd hate to cut up an MPC era car to get what I'm looking for. As always, if y'all like what you heard and saw tonight, please hit like and subscribe. It helps the channel grow. I do not ask for any support in any way. You know, I'm just tired tonight. The wind and rain and the load has just wore me out. So we will do part 2 on fixing the paint tomorrow. I make that a promise. No matter what, we will do part 2 tomorrow. As always, keep the shiny side up, rubber down. I will see you on the road.